We are getting to the end of Bridge the Gap Season 1. Thank you so much for being with us in our first season. We have taken the criticisms and shared in your joy as we bridge the gap between opposing views and people in the world. Until we come back again much better, enjoy our final episodes.
We make statements about groups of people we don't know or hardly ever encounter. On the show, we hear from the people themselves to find out if those statements are truth or myth.
It depends on who you are individually, your ideologies, and then the willingness to put in the effort. Because at the end of the day, when it ends bad and then it's devastating. So personally, I just don't feel it's for everyone, yeah.
Marriage is not for everyone. Like, not everybody wants to get married. There are some people who you just have to. They are okay, you just have to date them, but marrying them is a whole mood. You might die. They are just not a family type of men or women. They are just okay living as girlfriends.
I agree with my sister, but if you have the chance to, why not? You just have to go for it. Yeah.
I think society puts unnecessary pressure on everyone. It seems to be like a stage of life, a necessary stage of life. And so you see people who you can easily tell are not cut out for that. Maybe some qualities that they need. And there are people that would rather do very well by themselves than if they were paired for somebody for life. You know, so I think all those things have to be considered. It's not really for everybody.
It's wrong. It's my marriage. I decide when I get married. You don't have any role to play in it. You are not taking my bride price. You are not taking nothing. So why does my marriage, when the date of my marriage is so important to you? Are you the one getting married? Is the husband your husband? Am I going to be your wife?
Yeah, I agree. And in as much as I'm a fan of marriage, I think we shouldn't force it. If the time is right, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
I agree to an extent, because like I said, it's unnecessary pressure. Like, when am I getting married into the Anke Fan, you know? So though I understand sometimes it's act from a place of love. Maybe with somebody, maybe it's been 7 years, I probably want to get married, but I'm not sure when, or I have some reservations and stuff. If somebody I respect or I can speak to asks me this question, we might end up having a conversation and those things will be resolved. So sometimes, just a few times, it's actually from a place of love. Most of the times it's just for concern. Right. It's not necessary. It's not an appropriate question.
I also agree, and I feel like when people ask this question, it's very invasive and it's very rude, especially to a female, because females don't marry themselves. A man marries a woman, typically. Yes, so she can't determine when she's going to get married. So you can't keep on asking her, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? She has no control over that. And even for the men, maybe financial reasons, so many factors come into play. So it's not an appropriate question to ask at all. I agree, because choosing to stay single in terms of being involved with another person or marriage, like, I feel like everyone needs somebody. No one is an island. You need to get involved with someone, but not necessarily be bonded to that person in marriage, in the union of marriage, which I don't believe is meant for everyone, right? But everyone needs a companion in some way. But if you go along the line and you realize both of you are meant for each other and you can go the long way, why not? Go for it. Yeah.
I disagree, because even as a religious person, as a Christian, it's in the Bible. It's not necessarily for everybody. if you can't do it, you don't go in there. That doesn't mean it's a sin. I mean, if, just like you were saying, if society gives me so much pressure and I get married, I give birth, I would have done my children such a gross injustice. I mean, because there'll be so many ways that I'll fall short in being a parent. So if I realize this and I decide I want to be by myself, whether in a relationship or in marriage, it's not a sin. I don't think anybody will go to hell for that. Like, it's not.
It's a choice, and you bear the responsibility to it. So
Yeah.
I don't see why
It's a choice.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
Being single doesn't equal lonely, because you have friends, you have family, you'd have people around you, and being in a relationship doesn't also make you happy. Even those in a relationship, they have more complaints than those who are single. Single and free, good to go.
You can find solace in yourself if you love yourself, if you're comfortable in your own skin, if you are, comfortable in your own skin. You can learn to love yourself and be alone. You don't necessarily, not everyone needs someone to survive and feel like they are complete. So the fact that I'm single, it doesn't automatically mean like I'm lonely. So I don't agree with that notion.
Yeah, I was going to say being alone is not equal to being lonely. Though, of course, there's the fact where people are single because there's nobody. But it's a rash statement or false generalization if you just say all single people are lonely. I do not agree with that, no.
I disagree totally. Some people are dying because of their marriage. Some people are broken because of marriage. Some people are mad because of marriage. If you meet the wrong kind of man or woman, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I disagree because there are good things that come with marriage too. You can meet someone, it will be like you've known the person all of your life. You share everything like together. So I think there is happiness in marriage. Yeah.
But
There is.
it's not guaranteed. Even those who are happy, sometimes they fight, they get mad at each other. So.
Yeah, but it depends on you, the individual.
And why
Yeah.
should the marriage be the base of your happiness? You should be the base of your own happiness. The marriage is
but
just.
if there will be happiness in marriage, it depends on you. If there is not, it depends on you.
If you are
Instead-
happy yourself, you extend the same vibe. But if you expect like my partner should make me happy, I should make my partner happy. Like you are stressing yourself to make each other happy. At the end, you are not happy.
No.
Just be happy being you. Let him be happy. You can be happy on your own.
No, this is not stress. You just have to let your partner know what makes you happy or what makes both of you happy.
Sometimes you can't find that common ground. I'm happy when I'm alone.
No.
Some people are happy when they sleep in their own bed. Some people too want to sleep together. So if you find two opposite people, when I sleep, I want to cuddle. And I find a husband who sleeps and it's like, let's just share our own side of the bed. That is unhappiness, you know.
Yeah, I understand, but in the context of marriage here, the two shall be one. So
Please, we are two different people. We are not one. I am me,
in the
he is
context of
him.
marriage, the two shall be one. So
How are we one?
the two shall be one.
How are we one?
I agree because when I hear marriage, I hear happy. Though realistically, not all marriages are happy marriages. So yeah, but if done right, it has a tendency of bringing happiness. So yeah.
Exactly that. Marriage between two right people brings happiness. Simply put, yeah.